Hi, this is Mark Loux, Extension Wheat Scientist at the Ohio State University. This is just a quick video to let you know what your options are for killing an existing corn stand when you need to replant corn. It is important to kill the first stand. Our research has put it pretty clear and shown that maximum yield from a replant does occur when you take out the first stand completely. It actually acts as a weed, competes with limited resources with the second stand for limited resources, so it's important to make sure you use something that actually kills it. Your two most consistently effective methods are tillage, and in that case you want to go deep enough to uproot the existing corn plants, but you want to keep it shallow enough not to dilute your herbicide any more than you have to. We assume that most of these fields had residual or pre-emergence herbicides applied at planting, and even with all the rain, most of that herbicide stays in the upper couple inches of soil. So to maximize your activity into the next planting and try to retain some of that, you don't want to work it too deep. You want to try to keep most of that in the upper few inches of soil still. Your other bulletproof option is Select Max at 6 ounces per acre with surfactant and ammonium sulfate. The disadvantage of this, even though it's the most effective of the herbicide methods, is you have to wait 6 days after application to plant corn. It is the only clethodim products that's labeled for this use. The other treatment that's usually effective is gramoxone plus metribuzin. It can get a little bit more variable on larger corn, and weed scientists across the corn belt are a little bit less likely to be completely comfortable with this than with the Select or the tillage. In our research, it's usually worked well. At least 3 pints per acre of gramoxone or 2 pints of a generic 3 pound per gallon paraquat product. 3 to 5.3 ounces of metribuzin is what you can use with this when you're planting corn. You can't use metribuzin though if you have less than 1.5% organic matter or a pH greater than 7. And you have to keep the rate to 4 ounces per acre or less if you have less than 2% organic matter. Most of our research has been done with 3 ounces of metribuzin 75 DF. Apply this with crop oil concentrate, not methylated seed oil, not surfactant. 1% or 1 gallon per 100 gallons of spray is your minimum. 1 quart per acre can be better in certain situations. And gramoxone and metribuzin are contact products, so you want 15 gallons per acre or more, and nozzles appropriate for contact products. If you take the metribuzin out, gramoxone can be effective, but this is where you're going to get into more variability, especially on larger corn. Same rate applies and same surfactant recommendation and same gallonage in nozzles, but it's not going to be as completely consistently effective as the gramoxone with the metribuzin. You can try to use Liberty. The corn, of course, cannot have the Liberty Link trait, and it's been the least effective of everything mentioned here, especially on small corn. It can be effective, though, if you replant with Liberty Link corn and you can make a second application of Liberty or another glufosinate product post-emergence, and that usually does finish off the first stand and result in complete control. And again, the same parameters for application of contact products. What to do about weed control in the next stand? We're assuming, again, residual herbicides were applied to most of these. If it hasn't been too long and you haven't had too much rain, you can certainly just go with what you have there still. Monitor and apply post herbicides as necessary. If you start to see weeds come crashing through early, you can apply foliar herbicides to take those out and still add some residual herbicide if you need to try to carry you through the rest of the season. The other approach, if it's been a long time and a lot of rain since the first planting, is to go ahead and apply more residual. You do have to be cautious here about exceeding the total maximum for certain active ingredients like atrazine and getting yourself into a carryover situation for the next year. You need to switch up products as necessary to avoid overusing the same products. As always, feel free to contact us if you need more information.